What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Mindfulness Aid page. As always, I am your facilitator of healing, Taylor Hatfield, and I am so excited to have you guys here with us today. So a couple quick updates just so you know what to expect moving forward as I try to start putting out some more regular content, which has proven difficult over the last year since the start of this official journey. But we learn, we grow together as always, and it's a marathon, not a sprint. So as you can see, I'm recording in my car. I unfortunately would like to say that this is something that you guys are going to have to get used to for the upcoming months. I have recently been displaced. If you're curious about that journey and what is going on, go over to TikTok. I recently started a vlog series called It's Okay to Not Be Okay, which covers more of the details of everything. And if you guys go over there, excuse me, y'all. If you guys go over there and check that out, like and subscribe. I'm almost to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm going to start doing Reiki and tarot sessions over there. So if you're interested in the more metaphysical aspects of this journey, go on over there. It's Taylor's Authentic Journey over on TikTok. Love to see you there. Love to have you. It's a little bit different content than what you see here on the Facebook group and on where this video will be posted, the YouTube channel, which is going to be a little bit more scientific, a little bit more self-improvement, where my TikTok's more just come over, get to know me, share in my shared experiences. But the car is going to be the new backdrop for the foreseeable future. I'm very excited for where we're going to be going moving forward. We're going to start covering more mindfulness in a crisis is what you're going to be seeing, because that's what I'm going through. I'm going through a crisis right now, and I'm learning how to use mindfulness as that tool. I'm learning how to incorporate a lot of the stuff that I use when I'm more peaceful and more stable and more structured in a more sporadic and chaotic way, but still staying grounded in the present moment. And that's a really hard thing to do, because when you're in a crisis, when you're in a triggered state, like the last thing you're worried about is being mindful and present. You're worried about what the future holds, what's going on. You're comparing things to the past. So you're really going to see a lot more centering exercises going forward and covering a lot of that information. I'm also going to start working in the 5 key functions of emotional intelligence, which are self-awareness, self-regulation, self-motivation, social awareness, and ethics. And it's a really great way to start getting into your head, into that emotional state of the mind, body, and soul connection. We've covered some body, we've covered some mindfulness tips, and we're really going to start digging into that mental aspect of a holistic mindfulness practice, again, to build your most authentic, centered, present self, so you can go be whatever you want to be. I want to be here to help you stay you while you do what you want to do. That's the tagline of this page, where I'm working on a product overhaul and some new products coming out. That's been a little harder since the move, as well as trying to repair my credit. So if you do head over to that TikTok page, we'll have a lot of that on there as well for anybody who's just like, hey, I need a stable place to be present. We might have some tips and trips for you on that. But a website's coming, so many big things now that I'm getting settled. But today, what I want to cover is self-awareness and self-regulation of that emotional intelligence, and give you some easy plug and plays to put in that Mindful Box toolkit that you can have for free in order to help stay present during a triggered situation. I've been having to use a lot of them lately, and I haven't had a lot of time or space to do them. So they're real easy tips and activities that you can do going forward in 1 to 5 minutes anywhere and everywhere. This is also going to give you a taste of some of the knowledge that you'll be able to find in the upcoming programs that I'm going to be releasing through Teachable, which is, I'm really excited that it's coming together. I'm writing, it's so much jam-packed information. So as I go forward on that, I'm hoping to have that rolling out by the end of this year, maybe the beginning of next year. But you guys get to see as we build and grow. Please like, please follow, please share, help boost. I have not been posting, so the algorithm is not being my friend right now. And you guys have really stuck through it with me through thick and thin. So let's push through and see if we can't get this to a bigger and better phase. So self-awareness and self-regulation are pretty much self-explanatory. It's you being able to be present and aware of how you're feeling, how your body's running, what's going on around you, centered in that moment, forgetting the past, not fearing the future, just being centered and present as you are, and aware of your actions, both the positive ones and the negative ones, and really being able to work through that. And then the self-regulation portion comes in once you are aware. How do you regulate that? How do you boost positive emotions? How do you make sure your body's running at its optimal? How do you make sure that you're spiritually aligned with authenticity and those aspects of yourself that are no longer serving? How do we regulate those bad habits so they're not a part of our story anymore? And I'm doing it right now in an area of communication. You can do this in any area of your journey that you feel like you're called to. That's where personalization is really key in this process. Take it, make it your own. I'm going to give you a blueprint and some examples, and then I want you to apply that. And then when you're done, come leave a comment down below on this. Leave a comment on the YouTube channel. Let me know how this is working for you. So, in communication, I did realize that I do two things, which I'm working on regulating right now, which is I do not communicate effectively. So I'll say I want one thing, and then I'll say I want something else. And it's usually because I'm trying to people please, or I'm not clear on what I want because I haven't really self-centered for most of my life. But I will communicate ineffectively, and then I will get mad at individuals for not understanding what I'm trying to say. So what I'm really trying to do now is ask questions of those who are listening to me to make sure that my point is getting pushed across clearly. And I'm also making sure to watch for that back and forth flip-flopping so I can go, actually, you know what? No, this is what I want clearly. Sorry, I flip-flopped. Let's move forward with clear communication. And then as well, I've noticed that I am not clearly communicating my truth. And again, that comes from that martyrizing that I do in order to people please. I will sacrifice myself in order to please those around me, especially in conflict and stress. It's better to sacrifice so that others do not have to suffer. And I'm really trying now that I'm aware of that. And that awareness came from just living life and being open to seeing instead of just moving through on autopilot. And I was able to pick that up, and that'll be something that as you become more mindful and as you become centered will become a lot easier for you. So don't get caught up on it too well. You can journal. There are different things. We'll go into that a little bit more in detail as we go, and when those courses roll out, I'll have a whole platform for you guys to really dig into this information. But excuse y'all. Now it comes to the point to regulate. How I am regulating is whenever I am in a situation of conflict, I try to speak slower than I normally do. That's your first plug and play, especially if you're having communications. Whatever you're doing, if you're triggered, if you're aware that this is a situation that you have done this thing in the past in and are liable to do it presently, I want you to slow down. And the reason we're slowing down is, in my opinion, and in what I have seen in my own practice, I will try to find some scientific empirical articles that will support this theory in the future and have that posted for you guys so that way you can go through this. But what I've found is when I slow down, it gives my prefrontal cortex, where we analyze everything consciously, time to analyze what I am doing, what I am saying, what am I conveying, how that feels in my body. If you guys did the 5-day masterclass on this page, you guys remember me talking about body check-ins. Do you feel sweating? Is your heart racing? There's a whole chart in there of what your parasympathetic nervous system does, your calm and relax, and your sympathetic nervous system, your fight or flight. So you can even look at that chart and go, I have rapid heart rate, I'm sweating, I'm stressed, I'm triggered, I am not sitting centered, and be able to come and recenter and to regulate depending on what you need and what works best for your situation. So if you haven't watched those, go watch them. They're saved on the Facebook page, and start to really look at that. But I want you to slow down so you can actually analyze what you're doing. And then I want you to allow yourself to make mistakes and to own them. Really hard for perfectionists. I know it is. I am one. But being able to go, oh, wait, I just did that thing. We're not going to do that anymore. I'm going to let them know, or I'm going to let myself know, hey, we did that thing we didn't want to do anymore. It's okay. We're learning, but we're going to stop and we're going to redo in this present moment, because with this present moment, I would like to regulate myself and start doing that. You're not going to do it every time. You're not going to be perfect about it, but each time you stop in that present moment, your brain will start to change. I absolutely guarantee it, because I've seen it in myself. And as we keep going, and the more of you that try this, the more data we can collect to really start to bring the science into what the intuition is showing us. So that way, moving forward, we can go, hey, empirically it shows that when you start telling your brain, hey, we need to be more present, when you start teaching it how to be more present, it learns how to do that and makes an automatic loop, which is going to free up so much more consciousness for other things. Being able to self-regulate is going to create a new neural pattern for you using neuroplasticity that's going to be like, I'm not going to do it this way anymore. I'm going to reprogram it and do it this way going forward. So I really want you to start looking at that, and then going forward, take some of these plug and plays. If you're feeling those physiological, those body symptoms, if you're seeing that racing mindset, or you're seeing that patterning come up, to start to trick your parasympathetic nervous system to come to the forefront. That way you're making these decisions from a calm and centered place. Because I'm sorry, who doesn't want to be calm? So the first plug and play I'm going to give you is the Vedic nervous system reset. So vasal nervous system reset. So your vasal body is a long nerve that goes down the center of your nervous system. It's the vega basal is the largest nerve in your body. And this is just going to give you a physiological reset that resets the whole nervous system. So you're not going to see all of this based on where I'm sitting in the car, but I want you to take your fingers and interlace them and make a pillow behind the head. Sticking your elbows, see my elbows, we'll do it this way, out as far as you can, and sitting up or standing up as straight as possible. Now, this takes about 30 seconds to a minute. I'm going to do it with you. You're going to see me ugly yawn on camera. But starting with the left, without moving your head, you're going to look and stare at your left elbow. Now, yes, you're going to look insane. And when I stop talking, this is going to work a little better. But you're going to look at that until your body naturally yawns. You ready? Let me get that out of the way, because I said yawn, but and you're going to yawn with that fully. You may feel your ears pop. You may feel a tingling down the spine. Once you do that, you're going to repeat the same process with the right up. Ready? I like to let that kind of flow through my body, keep my eyes closed, but you'll feel a little bit lighter. It takes some of the fatigue out of me when I do that. So if you're feeling a little fatigued, try it with that and let me know how that works in the comments down below. But that's just a quick and simple Vedic reset to get the nervous or vasal reset. Sorry, I've been working a lot with Vedic astrology, but I'm going to give you a full Vedic or vasal reset. And then you move back into the situation. Another thing is you can use the 60-second breathing plug and play that was discussed in that 5-day masterclass. 6 count in, 6 count out. You can also do a 4 count in with a 4 count hold and a 4 count out with a 4 count hold. I think that those really work well when I'm in a triggered situation to kind of center, reset me. 60-second meditations. If you guys have one of the Samsung watches underneath the stress setting, they have really nice breathing exercises that you can do. 1 minute eye closes helps to kind of take off one of the sensories so that you can reset going forward. And actually, we'll do one of those. I want everybody to sit up nice and straight or stand up nice and straight. Palms up. That's an energetic trick. When you're up, you're receiving from the universe. You're taking in because they're your portal. If you shut them, you make a closed loop within yourself. And if you are triggered and tired, the hands up will really bring in some extra energy into your energetic field. If you feel like you're a little overwhelmed, hands down would be more appropriate with this. Create a closed loop, create a closed channel, so that way you can be centered within yourself. But we're just going to sit here, eyes closed, ears open, mind quiet for 60 seconds. And what I want you to do is just sit in peace for 60 seconds. As thoughts come in, we acknowledge they're there. And as with mindful meditation, we push it out and we're just focusing on the breathing, the way the body feels. Ready? Go. You really want to try to create quiet and peace within this moment. You may begin to find that your body lightens. You feel some of the energy melt off of you. That's all really good signs that this is working. And then I want you to just give me one full belly expanding of the chest. Inhale. And one complete collapsing exhale. And boom, baby boy, girl, or they, you are at a minute. It's that quick, that simple. You can do it anywhere to really show up for yourself and be present. And then the final one, which is a little bit longer, is a full body scan with a cleanse. That usually takes about 5 minutes. And what I like to do is just get in that state that we just got in, do a minute of some breathing exercises, scan your body, feel where it feels tense, feel where it feels tight, feel where it feels emotionally draining or congested. And then what I like to imagine, you can personalize this step, is a vacuum at the bottom of my feet, sucking all of that out. You can imagine it melting down through your body into the ground. If you like grounding techniques, imagining roots coming out your feet and Mother Earth taking that energy and transmuting it into something else. But this scan is just going to really, from a psychological standpoint, get you centered in your different areas and really activate that nervous system by bringing conscious awareness to it. But from an energetic standpoint, I feel like it cleans your auric field as well. So that can be really, really helpful. But take these plug and plays, use them with the self-awareness and regulation. And the challenge is I want you to try to be as self-aware as you can for 7 days. 7 days, mindfully aware for 7 days. And I want you to keep a note on how it gets easier, as well as the different smaller personal things that come in. And I really want you to take a note of that, because how long really is 1 week in the grand scheme of things? It's not that long. But if 1 week can create that much difference, what happens when you capitalize every moment for every week for the rest of your life in a present, authentic, and loving way? It really will change your whole mindset on mindfulness, and maybe change your mindset on this page. Like, subscribe, boost, please, guys. Give girl a help. And I'm going to continue to work on getting you guys good, consistent content. I know I'm self-aware. That is the one thing that I do struggle on. And I'm working on finding some neurospicy ways to stay consistent, because clearly neurotypical ways have not worked for me. If you're not a part of the TikTok page, please go like, subscribe, follow. Same with the Instagram page, and now the YouTube channel will continue to grow. I'm going to get more content out. I'm going to get you guys consistent products that look finally the way I want them to. I was happy with how the first demo came out, but I had an original goal, and I finally have all the tools to do that. So I'm excited to play with that going forward. But as always, my darlings, until the next time, go in love, be yourself, be present, be in the moment. Love you guys. Bye.